NASA just revealed something they've been quietly developing since 2021. It's not Artemis. It's not another chemical rocket. It's a nuclear-powered spacecraft that could reach the moon in 45 minutes and Mars in 45 days. And unlike everything else I've told you about the space race, this one is 100% real, 100% funded, and testing begins in 3 years. Remember when I told you China was winning the space race? Well, NASA might have just played their trump card. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal the classified origins of Project DRACO, why nuclear propulsion changes literally everything about space travel, the company that's secretly building it right now, and why this technology could make China's entire lunar program obsolete overnight. But first, you need to understand why NASA kept this quiet for so long. The Secret History, January 2023. While everyone was watching SpaceX's Starship, DARPA and NASA quietly announced something extraordinary, a $499 million contract to build and test a nuclear thermal rocket. Not in 20 years, not in 10 years, by 2027. The project name, DRACO. Demonstration Rocket for Agile Cislunar Operations. Sounds boring, right? That's intentional. They don't want attention, because what DRACO really is America's answer to losing the moon race. And here's the kicker. Lockheed Martin is building it. Right now. In a facility that doesn't officially exist, using uranium that's been sitting in storage since the Cold War. The engine is already designed. The spacecraft is being assembled. This isn't a concept. This isn't a proposal. This is happening. Why nuclear changes everything. Let me explain why nuclear propulsion is the holy grail of space travel. Chemical rockets, the ones we use now, have a specific impulse of about 450 seconds. That's basically how efficient they are. It's why going to Mars takes 9 months. It's why we need massive rockets just to reach the moon. Nuclear thermal rockets? 900 seconds. Double the efficiency. But here's what that actually means. You can carry twice the payload with the same amount of fuel, or reach your destination in half the time. And this is the game changer. Do missions that are literally impossible with chemical rockets. Want to send cargo to Mars? Instead of waiting 2 years for the planets to align, you can go whenever you want. Need to reach an asteroid that's heading toward Earth? You can intercept it years earlier. Want to establish a moon base? You can deliver 5 times the supplies in a single launch. But DRACO isn't just about efficiency, it's about agility. The name gives it away, Agile Cislunar Operations. While China's building one moon base at the South Pole, DRACO could hop between multiple locations. Establish a base at the South Pole on Monday, deliver supplies to the equator on Wednesday, set up a mining operation on the far side by Friday. And here's something the Pentagon loves: rapid response. If China claims a strategic location on the moon, America could have assets there within hours, not days. It's not just transportation, it's tactical superiority in space. The race against time. Now, why the sudden urgency? 3 reasons. First, China's nuclear space program. They've been testing nuclear electric propulsion since 2019. Their reactor is different, lower thrust, but even more efficient for deep space. If they perfect it first, they don't just win the moon, they get Mars, the asteroid belt, everything. Second, Russia. Despite their struggles, they have 50 years of nuclear space research. They've offered China their closed-cycle nuclear engine design. It's more advanced than DRACO in some ways. The combination of Chinese manufacturing and Russian nuclear expertise, that's NASA's nightmare scenario. Third, and this is classified but widely suspected, China's already enriching uranium for space reactors. Satellite imagery shows new facilities at their Jiuquan launch site. Thermal signatures consistent with reactor testing. They're not waiting for international approval, they're moving forward. That's why DRACO's timeline is so aggressive. 2027 isn't a goal, it's a deadline. NASA needs to demonstrate nuclear propulsion before China does. First to fly sets the precedent. First to fly writes the rules. First to fly claims the technology leadership. And there's something else. Private companies are watching. SpaceX has been quietly hiring nuclear engineers. Blue Origin patented a nuclear rocket design. Once DRACO proves the technology, the commercial space race goes nuclear. Literally. The game-changing implications. If DRACO works, and every indication says it will, everything changes. The moon becomes a suburb, not a destination. Mars missions shrink from 3 years to 6 months. The asteroid belt becomes accessible for mining. China's current advantage? Their chemical rockets and closed-loop life support? Obsolete overnight? It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Their entire lunar program is designed around chemical propulsion limitations. DRACO breaks those limitations entirely. The military implications are staggering. Space Force has already designated DRACO as a strategic capability. That's Pentagon speak for weapon system. Rapid deployment anywhere in cislunar space. Interception of hostile satellites. Protection of American space assets. The ultimate high ground isn't just the moon, it's mobility in space. DRACO tests in 2027. If successful, operational vehicles by 2030. By the time China establishes their permanent moon base, America could have nuclear-powered spacecraft, making it irrelevant. The space race isn't over. It just went nuclear. But here's the question. Will the public accept nuclear rockets flying overhead? Can NASA deliver on time? And what happens when China and Russia respond with their own nuclear spacecraft? We're about to find out. What do you think? Is nuclear propulsion the game changer NASA needs? Or are we opening a Pandora's box in space? Let me know below. And subscribe, because when DRACO flies, everything we know about space changes forever.